What is up, guys? Before we head on to this video, I just wanted to make you aware that we are only 14 subscribers away from our next giveaway. So if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that. Turn on your post notifications so that the next video that has the giveaway details in it, in order for yourself to become eligible for that giveaway, you'll get that notification. So this next giveaway is going to be a little bit different. As I said in previous videos, we are going to be picking something off of Amazon, and I believe I have that picked out, and I'm going to show that to you right now. Basically, it's a door panel for all you car guys. It's a door panel trim removal toolkit. It's a little bit, something a little changed up a little bit for our giveaway. So if you want to enter to win that, make sure again you subscribe and you turn on your post notifications so that when we post the details on how to make yourself eligible for that, you'll get that. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at average_Mike_channel. So, alright, let's continue with this video. What is up, everybody? I am just another Average Mike, and today we install what's in this box. Alright guys, again, I'm just another Average Mike, and today we are going to work on our door hardware. So, I do have a box of a ton of knobs for all of our cabinets here. We went with a knob everywhere, basically. A knob for these doors, a knob for the drawers, and a knob for the drawers, the doors underneath of those. So, today I wanted to get started and show you guys what I bought. So with the knobs that we have, we also bought these things from Amazon. Now the reason why I bought this, you can use a tape measure and measure out exactly each one, but if you have one of these templates, it makes things a whole lot easier and kind of foolproof. So basically you just figure out where you want your knob. One is you don't want to put it right on the 45 joint here. That'll just weaken this 45 joint, and down there it might look good down there, but it's something you just kind of don't want to do. So everything that I've shown, you just put it raised up just a little bit right there, and that looks good, at least for these doors. We'll get to the other stuff later. So what we want to do is kind of put this template up and find the center. So we pick which hole is going to be the center. Now these were a little bit cheaper than some of the other ones. Some of the other ones had a way to adjust exactly where the hole is. I'll put both of the links in the description that I saw. It was a little bit more money. When you consider how much these cabinets cost, how much the hardware costs, you don't want to mess this up. So it's a good investment, but I did go with the little cheaper one because even though you can choose exactly where you want the other one, you can adjust this enough to, get pretty on point center. And the only problem is going to be with the drawers, and we will get to that later. So what I'm going to do is figure out which hole here is in the center of this here. And then we have grooves here instead of holes, and I'm going to decide which one I want to choose. I'll probably mark it with a marker, and then we'll get the drilling. Bam, 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 all the way down, all through the top, and then we'll do the bottom doors, and then we'll get to the drawers. All right, so we marked up where we want this knob to be on the template. I put a little black mark in between the two lines, and there's a couple lines embedded in the template that I picked one of those for the height. So they did come with, the template did come with a new drill bit, which is cool. So what I'm going to do is set you up. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it here, slide it up till it can't go any further where this is, and then take my drill bit. It does have a point on it, so I'll take it, just kind of give it a couple of rotations just to get it scored into the wood. But I obviously can't go all the way through with that drill bit and the template. So I'll remove the template, and then I won't have to worry about that anymore, and I'll just drill through the cabinet. So let's see how it turns out. All right, guys, so lesson number one, do not drill through the door thinking that you will be clear on the other side, because as you can see, I was not. So that's okay, lesson learned. We can use some touch up for that, and that won't happen again. So let's go ahead and put our doorknob on and see what it looks like. All right, finished product. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty center. Can't be unpleased about that. So we'll get to knocking the rest of these out. We got 4 here. Let's go ahead. Okay, guys, 4 knobs installed. This one's slightly off because the door is a little bit off. There's ways, and I'm gonna have to do that. There's ways to adjust how the door in the hinges sits. So you can raise this up a little, or actually it's this one has to get raised up a little bit. It also can fix the gaps. Like that gap's not too bad. There's some gaps like over here. This gap's pretty bad. So then you can adjust the hinge to bring the door in on the top and on the bottom, or bring the door up and down. So, all right, so let's work on getting these ones done. All right, so before I do these cabinets over here, I wanted to show you what I was talking about earlier. As you can see, hopefully you can see, there's a dot here and a dot here. That is where I have the doorknobs, and you can see they're not even close to level. And that's because this door is sagging an awful lot. So what we're gonna do is open the drawer up, and there is an adjustment right here, and it's one way or the other. Let's see if I can get it. All right, so I used the drill to loosen it up a little bit. Now, turning it, it's not a loosen up and then move and then tighten it back up. It's a, you know, as you turn it, it moves. So I'm gonna try that out right there and see how we look. All right, we're still way off. So I either, this needs to go in a lot. So let's go. It's still not moving. So let me see if we can use this drill to get it to, because ultimately what we want is this to slide over that way. So let's see what happens when I use this drill here. There we go. It's sliding. Let's see how that looks. It might be a little bit of both. It might be the other ones. Although that one does seem like the top may need to come in this way as well. There isn't too much adjustment you can do, so. That goes over. I should have brought the top in like that. Ah, see, much better. The gap kind of stinks right now. It's not too bad, but as you can see, these doors, if I just pick this up just a little bit more where it should be, those holes line up pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and go with that. I'll play with it a little bit more to get it even more lined up, and then we'll drill these out and put the knobs in. Alright, now that they're all done, let's go over a couple tips and tricks, if you will, when putting these in. One is, you don't want, when you're drilling this in, you don't want to push very hard when it's coming through the back, because it will rip the back. This came out very nice. I can show you one where it didn't. If you're putting force on this right when it's coming through the back, it'll rip the back out. These two are pretty nice, but a couple of the other ones that I did at first, especially the first one here, you can see there's a little bit, that ain't too bad. Actually, none of these are, there you go. That one, you know, took a good chunk with it. So it's unfortunate, but again, that's why they give you the touch-up stuff. But to avoid that, what you have to do is just, you can push fairly hard to get through most of it, but once you notice that the drill bit's getting to the point where it's going to start coming through the other side, you want to kind of let loose a little bit. Another trick, what I'm going to end up doing is this one. I noticed this one that we talked about this one before, where this door does need to come up, but it does only need to come up a little bit, and this one is a tad off, is a tad lower than this one is. So I am going to lift the door up, but I'm actually going to lift it up maybe a little more than it should in order to get these to line up. And the reason for that is no one is going to really notice if this is flush, but they will absolutely notice, probably even from across the room, if these are not even. So we definitely want to make sure that these are even the best, even if we have to cheat a little bit. Obviously you can't go too crazy with it, but it looks like if this came up even and maybe a little bit further up, this would be even. So we can probably go ahead and do that. The other thing obviously is you want to make sure that the cabinet opening from the front, you don't really know which side. I do, because I installed the cabinets, and you probably would too, but you don't want to make the mistake of drilling in the hinge side, because obviously you'd ruin the cabinet essentially, and that you wouldn't be able to finish that as good as it is new. That's an easy one, but something to point out. The other thing, when doing these templates, let me find it. Where's that template at? Here. When using this template, that drill bit does have a point. Like I said, most wood bits do. It has a point in the very end, and I told you could use the point to kind of mark exactly on the line that you want to make sure it's even as possible. But I would start the drill to kind of give it a mark. In reality, all you really have to do, these cabinets woods are so are soft enough that if you just press the point into the wood, it makes the mark that you need to then go ahead and drill through. So that is pretty much all the tips that I've learned so far, and things that I had already known. That let's go ahead and we're gonna do these bottom doors now. These bottom doors are just the same as the top doors, except they're gonna be upside down. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over here. So we'll do those, and then we can tackle the drawers of that, and that's a whole different template. So let's get working on that. All right, so as you can see, we have all of our door knobs on. So we're gonna move on to the drawers. So with the drawers, with this that I purchased, comes with a whole drawer template. The idea is just you lay this on here on the top, and it gives you, a couple things you can choose. And just like with the door template, they have it's spaced equally apart if you're using a handle instead of a knob. I don't think I mentioned that before on the door one, where it's spaced out. So I guess the standard lengths of handles if you're choosing to use handles. But one of the problems on the reviews, and the problem here, is that not one all fits one, right? So not all template fits all drawers, and that is the case here. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of, where I need the center of my drawer, kind of falls right in the middle of these holes. So what to do about that? And I think that what I think I'm gonna do is put something on the top here to kind of maybe wrap it with tape, or I might have to actually put something in between first. I have some like 3M strips you put like the hang picture frames and stuff. Maybe I can use one of those to kind of fill it up a little bit, and then get it to where it's raised up enough where I can use that hole and do it that way. I think that's probably going to be the best bet. You can make it work, but it is a downfall of these templates, whereas the other template in my description, a little bit more money, but basically have adjustments to get it exactly where you want, and then you can move that jig all the way around all your cabinets and have the same spot. So just an idea, just a heads up, just so you know what you're buying, and that is a problem with these. So, but it'll be easy fixed. Let me go rig something up, and then I'll come back. Okay, so with the magic of some Gorilla Tape, I actually used 2 strips, cut the strips in half long ways, and so it ended up being 4 total strips. This lines up pretty perfectly. So what we're gonna have to do is use our tape measure, and we'll start with drawers like this first. We use our tape measure. It's gonna be right dead center. We'll measure the whole drawer, find the center point, and then stick our template over that center point and make our hole. All right, so those look pretty good. No issues. I don't think I need to use the pencil on this one. I just kind of slid this down where it lined up with the tape measure where I wanted it, and went with that. So let's go around and do the rest of these cabinets, and then we will get to these cabinets where we'll need 2 pulls. So we'll work on those last. We'll get to all the ones that just have a center pull drawer, and yeah, let's tackle it. All right, so all these are installed. We're gonna move to this one. This is the last, I guess, somewhat normal drawer. The only difference is it's slightly smaller than that cabinet. So for whatever reason, it's not 2 drawers, 2 doors, or 1 drawer, 1 door. It's 2 doors, 1 drawer. I think it will look kind of silly, especially with all the other ones kind of lining up, and the one right next to it on the other side of the stove, if I just put 1 here. So I think what I'm going to do is center out this door, see the distance to the center of this door, and measure that here, and then over here, and we'll put two knobs here. Because a lot of time, like over there, you quick glance, you can't even tell there's 2 drawers there. So we're gonna try to do that. That's the bottom two. Fortunately with this, I couldn't use the template here because it doesn't reach down that far. So another reason to buy the other one. The main reason is because, as you can see, I messed up right here. I got a hole down there, and at this point I'm just gonna have to put some wood putty in there, take my touch-up marker once it's dried, and it's gonna be what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it now, and you know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these top ones, and then we can work on the other cabinet. A wrap for today's video. As you saw, my daughter got tired of me videotaping some work. She wanted to go play. So anyway, just a reminder again that we are about 14 subscribers away from our next giveaway, which is going to be that door trim removal kit. So if you want to win something, it's going to ship right from Amazon to your house. If you win, just make sure you subscribe. You turn on those post notifications. You want to throw a like and a comment below, please go ahead and do that. All that helps me out, and you should be notified when that video for the giveaway comes out, which should be soon. So until then, I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one.